Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Asta Junction. Jackie Whelan is my name, and I'll show you what we do here. We show a bit of film. The place is very historical railway, and we have the original railway station plus the oldest steam train of its type in the world. And we'll give you a tour of the station, tell you all we can about it. You can ask any questions you like about it, and I'll do my best to answer them.
The West Clare Railway, one of Ireland's 3-foot narrow gauge railways, built under the Tramways Act of 1883, opened throughout its length in December 1892 and was closed in January 1961. So for 70 years the railway was the artery through which the lifeblood of the West Clare region flowed. Fertilisers, turf, livestock, grain, sugar beet, newspapers, beer, tobacco, chocolates and sweets, soaps and detergents, all types of farm produce, farm machinery, fish, as well as passengers. All the goods that today we take for granted had not been seen in West Clare before the railway came, and brought with it the travelling salesman from Dublin or Limerick, eager to find new markets. Even the national newspapers had been at least a week old by the time they reached West Clare. But now, because of the railway, the papers arrived on the day of publication, giving up-to-date news. All this was revolutionary at the time and changed forever the lives of ordinary people. Before the railway, travel had been confined to the rich with their horses and carts. The local farmers rarely left their farms and would go by foot to the towns of Kilrush, Kilkee, Milltown Malbay, Ennistimon, Corofin or Ennis, only on market days when they had surplus goods to sell. Shops bought and sold only the surplus goods from the farms, and luxuries were just not known. The railway brought a new and more varied lifestyle, together with a horde of tourists every year, to the seaside resorts where new jobs were created in the pubs and hotels that abounded in Milltown Malbay, Lahinch, Kilkee and the spa town of Lisdoonvarna. At its height, the railway carried some 200,000 passengers each year, 40,000 tonnes of goods and 40,000 livestock animals. Steam was the motive power, and the engine sheds, turntables, water towers and columns are the visible reminders today of a railway built to accommodate the needs of the steam engine. However, by the 1940s, diesel engine technology had advanced far enough to permit the building of railway locomotives which could start at the turn of a button, drive as fast one way as the other, pull heavier loads for less fuel, and require far less cleaning, day-to-day maintenance and attention. The revolution came to the West Clare Railway in 1952 when CIE agreed to modernise the railway, even though all the other narrow gauge railways in Ireland had been closed. And so the last steam passenger train left Kilkee behind number 5 Slieve Callan in that year. From then, only goods trains were pulled by steam until new diesels arrived to take over in 1955. All the steam engines were sent to Inchicore to be scrapped except one, which for reasons to be explained later, escaped the cutter's torch. Despite this brave attempt to modernise the railway, the line was closed by the government at a time when emigration from West Clare was endemic. The population was declining faster than at any time since the famine, and lorries were able to deliver goods directly from the factory gate to the door far more cheaply and conveniently than any railway could achieve. Although abandoned and forgotten as a means of transport, the railway's fame remained as strong as ever by reason of a song, "Are Ye Right There, Michael?" written about it around 1900 by Percy French. In the song, French described the railway as the archetypal bumbling, rural, paddy railway imagined, loved and giggled at by paddy whackers the world over.
You may talk of Columbus sailing across the Atlantic Sea, but he never tried to go railing from Ennis as far as Kilkee. You run for the train in the morning, the excursion train starting at 8. You're there when the clock gives the warning, but there for an hour you will wait. And as you're waiting in the train, you'll hear the guard sing this refrain. Are you right there, Michael, are you right? Do you think that we'll be home before the night? You've been so long and starting that you couldn't say for certain. Still you might now, Michael, so you might.
It was in 1985 that a group of businessmen local to Moyasta formed a new company to display the remaining artefacts of the railway and to remind people of the importance the railway had in the life of the area. Since then, the new company has grown and the collection of railway relics has increased manyfold. This is particularly so when one looks at the rolling stock available. It is a sad fact that almost all relics of the railway age have been at some stage in their lives reduced to dereliction. Huge expenditure of cash and expert time are required to bring them back to useful lives again. Behind the scenes, technicians work long hours, often in all weathers, up to their armpits in oil, soil and mud, keeping the track in good order, or renovating one of the locomotives that have been rescued from the scrap dealer. Even the original steam engine has been restored and can be seen in full steam and regalia on Sundays, special events and holidays. Today the railway is about to begin a programme of expansion which will take the line to Kilrush, Dunbeg and Kilkee. A new museum will be built at Moyasta and the engine rides will become a much larger feature, with the train running alongside the estuary of the Shannon or across the bog to Dunbeg. Perhaps our most famous exhibit is, of course, our steam engine number 5, Slieve Callan, which can be seen in steam every Sunday during summer months. This 120-year-old engine was one of the first to arrive on the railway and was indeed the last to pull a passenger train and then to remain in being as a memorial to the railway at Ennis Station. In 1956 it was used by John Ford, the famous Hollywood film director, as a prop in his film of the play A Minute's Wait, made at Kilkee Station. Stills of that film can be seen in one of the station house's bedrooms, and it is due to the making of that film that the engine was subsequently preserved. Coming as it did to Moyasta, in a manner perhaps appropriate to Percy French's song, the engine was sent to England for renovation at vast personal expense by the railway's new owner, Jackie Whelan, in 1999. It returned in July 2009 to much publicity and fanfare and is now the most famous engine in Ireland, with its fame slowly but increasingly spreading throughout the world. Courses for those wishing to experience the arts of firing and driving this ancient machine will soon commence. We hope that you will enjoy your visit. We hope that you find it evocative and that you will learn something about railways in general, the West Clare Railway in particular, and the style of life lived by the local people in times past. We believe, without undue immodesty, that we have the most extensive collection of Irish railway relics available in Ireland, since we can include Irish 3-foot gauge steam and diesel, industrial railways of 3-foot and 2-foot gauge, and the best collection of former Irish rail rolling stock and locomotives in the world, and that we will soon be considered to be the National Heritage Railway Centre of the Republic. We are not short on ambition. Do not hesitate to ask any question of any of our staff. We are here to help you, and we are only too pleased to be able to share our enthusiasm with you. But above all else, please come again and bring your friends with you.